Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and it is official. EVs or electric vehicles are now finally in the mainstream. 2021 saw more sales of EVs in the UK than in the previous 5 years combined. And despite wrestling with the pandemic and global semiconductor issues, which has hugely inflated the prices of the used car market, but we'll talk about that in another video, there still saw a huge influx of brand new EVs or electric vehicles introduced in the market, such as the Volkswagen ID.4, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, which I personally love, and the amazingly luxurious Porsche Taycan Gran Turismo. And on the back of that influx of new vehicles in 2021, there is still lots more exciting new cars and tech to come out. And today we're going to do a very quick video and overview over some of those cars that are going to be coming out in 2022, with a sneak peek into some of those that are going to be coming out in 2023. Let's go! So kicking things off this summer, and we've mentioned a couple of these cars already in some of the previous videos. First things first is the Nissan Ariya. So this is going to be a competitor for the existing Volkswagen ID.4. Prices start at just under £42,000, and the entry-level battery is going to be 63 kilowatt hour, while the top of the range will get you 87 kilowatts hour and up to almost 400 brake horsepower. So pretty wide range available there. Next car out this summer, which is a big one, it is the one we just talked about, the Toyota BZ4X, which is Toyota's first EV in the UK market. I know there was an EV about 10 or so years ago, but this is officially their first, or unofficially, depending how you want to see it, their first EV into the UK market. Also priced at an entry point of just under £42,000. And they're going to have two variants on offer: a single motor that will give you 201 brake horsepower, and a twin motor 4-wheel drive offering 248 brake horsepower with a 0 to 60 of less than 8 seconds. So you've got those two options there. Another one out this summer, which is going to be quite exciting, is the Volkswagen ID Buzz, which will be based on a variation of Volkswagen's MEB platform. And as you can see in hopefully the picture above, it looks radically different despite its retro styling, and we're quite excited to see what this will look like in electric form once that goes out into the roads and on sale. Moving on to the autumn, we're going to be looking to see the Renault Megane E-Tech. So this is going to be quite exciting, as that Megane basically goes into a crossover, which is what's basically popular and quite hot at the moment. And with that, depending on the model or the battery pack you're going to go for, it gets a claimed range of either 186 miles or all the way up to 292 miles for the maximum range model. Now this one is particularly exciting, and this is going to be a game changer for the high range and luxurious EV market, which is the Lucid Air. Now the firm is claiming, obviously this is going to have to be disputed and or tested in real life, but they're claiming up to 500 miles of real world range. Now whether that's going to be achievable in real day-to-day driving is obviously debatable, and we're going to have to see that later on. But even if we knock off 10 or 20% off that figure, we're still looking at over 400 miles, which is staggering. Of course, that's the highest range version. There's going to be a lower range version available, starting from approximately £72,000 UK, but that will be confirmed. However, even those entry-level cars will have a claimed power of 395 brake horsepower, which is phenomenal for an entry-level model car. And then the battery pack is going to be 75 kilowatt hour, which will give you a claimed range of 295 miles. So real world, that's still going to be probably around 250, which is more than enough for most people, to be honest. Moving on to the winter. Now this is an already existing model, but we're talking about it because it's going to see a facelift, which is the Audi E-Tron. And the biggest change with the E-Tron is going to see a new battery pack, which is going to give it a jump, a claim jump from the current 249 miles all the way up to around 370 or so miles. So that's quite a big increase, and that battery pack is what's going to be the main change for the facelifted version of the E-Tron. Next up, which is quite exciting, is going to be BMW iX1, which is basically an electrified version of the firm's existing BMW X1. And basically, this car is going to be replacing what was once popular and also controversial BMW's existing i3, which is going to probably be axed around about the same time, and it's been on sale for the last 10 years. It's because they are similar sort of size. iX1 is probably going to give you more space and obviously a lot more range and tech. But that's going to be a like-for-like replacement, as BMW are looking to expand their EV range. Next, and we've already done a video on this car, and I was surprised that video didn't get that many views, but I thought it's a pretty cool car, the Lotus Electro. So it's going to be the firm's first electric sports SUV. It's going to be a super luxurious, circa £100,000 car, and obviously it being performance based and luxury you're going to see a 0 to 60 of sub 3 seconds. And we're still waiting for some of the more detailed technical specifications of the car, but it is promised to be quite powerful with great range and very exciting. What we have been told is to expect a battery pack of over 100 kilowatts per hour and power of upwards of almost 600 brake horsepower. So this is a real, as said, luxury performance electric SUV from Lotus. Can't wait. And lastly, for this year, and there is going to be some other cars and variants, but I've deliberately picked out these cars. We're going to see the Polestar 3. And that's going to come out next to Volvo's successor for the XC90. So massive. Now, details at the moment are still thin on the ground. We have seen some camouflage shots, but expect sustainability to be a forefront and a main driver of the vehicle's selling point. But we don't have much technical specification on the car, but we are hoping that it will be released in the UK sometime at the end of 2022. Moving in very quickly now to 2023, I just want to go over some of the cars that I'm personally excited about. As said, there is going to be several more variations, facelifts, and new EVs coming out in 2022. I just picked out some which are exciting, and I'll include a list of some others which are coming out in the description. But in 2023, what's going to be exciting is the Fisker Ocean. Now, not many of you may have heard of this brand, but basically the car in terms of size is going to be competing with the Audi Q6 E-tron and potentially the Tesla Model Y. It will give you a roomy interior with a range of more than 250 miles. And what's exciting about this car is the price point. So the entry-level model is rumoured to be starting from around £30,000, which is quite exciting and really affordable in today's world, with the top of the range going all the way up to £50,000, and that's when we start talking about Tesla Model Y prices. What else in 2023? We know that Ford are going to be releasing an electric SUV, so no doubt this will be popular in the US markets for sure, but definitely here in the UK, which will see some interest. Now, Ford have been quite quiet in terms of giving us details on the ground, so there isn't too much to say at the moment. But what we do know is that we'll be driven by a couple of variants of a single motor rear-wheel drive or a dual motor all-wheel drive, with a range expected to be in the high 200s for the car. So that's exciting as well. And lastly, just to talk about this final car, again, as mentioned, there is so much cars out there, but because I've already done a video on this, we're going to have the smart SUV coming out in 2023, which I think is going to be super exciting. It's got the size of that of a Mini Countryman, and they're basically stepping that up to be more premium to compete with the likes of the Mini Countryman and potentially even the Mercedes EQA. Thanks for watching YouTube. I hope you like the selection of cars that I've picked out for you in terms of what's coming out this year and just a preview of a couple of cars next year. Obviously there is dozens, and if I went through everything, this video will be over an hour long. But what I will do is provide a list of those cars that I've mentioned and also some others in the description, and if I can, and we know the estimated price points that will be included as well. So as always, if you have found this video useful, please do give this video a thumbs up. I know I haven't been posting as frequently as I did before. I will try to go back to weekly videos, I promise. So please do give this video a thumbs up and do subscribe, and I will see you guys hopefully again next week. Peace out.